Donovan Lewis from Sports Radio 13, The Ticket, here with me tonight to discuss this so-called great problem to have. Dak Prescott or Tony Romo. The rookie, he's been amazing. Tony, he's healing. Plenty of opinions on who should start, but if there's anyone, Donovan, that can screw this up, it's Jerry Jones. But will he screw this thing up?
No, I don't think so, because you have two really good options. So I don't think it can be screwed up. You know, there's a thing to be said about team chemistry. You don't want to mess it up, because no one expected this team to be 5-1 right now, and no one expected this rookie to impress like this. You do have a really, really good quarterback that's been hurt and ready to get back in and has led this team before in the past to great things. So it's a really, I do think it's a great problem, but it is a problem because you just want to have your best in there, and I'm not quite sure what that is right now.
When do you think this situation it's going to happen sometime. When do you think that will happen?
I think it will happen after the Philadelphia game. They have Cleveland in the first game of November, and I think Romo will be completely healthy back then and ready to go out and play some football, and that's when the problems will start, because if Dak goes out and they beat Philadelphia in a couple of weeks, then they're 6-1. And that's something that you just don't want to mess around with. But you have a guy that's ready to go and raring to get in there that this offense was created by. No one on this team knows this offense more than Tony Romo. So you have that, and you have a good offensive line and a good running back and a good offensive football team that I think would run just the same with Tony Romo in there. There are things that Dak can do that Tony can't, and there are things that Tony can do that Dak can't. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Now, I invited you in here because we're best friends ever, and you bring those hot sports opinions. So will Tony Romo ever start again for the Dallas Cowboys?
I think so. I think he will. I don't know under what circumstance, because I do think that this organization thinks that Tony Romo gives them the best opportunity to win. Now, it's going down week after week because of Dak's performance, but I still think in this organization's mind, which is Jerry Jones, because he's the head of this organization, I do think that he feels that Tony Romo is a really, really good option at quarterback.
Now, it's obvious why Dak has been such a surprise. 4th-round compensatory pick, but Ezekiel Elliott, 4th overall pick, he's been an absolute monster so far, chasing Eric Dickerson's record, but is he the most important key to this offense and not Dak?
Yes. It's about Zeke. He is really good, and he makes the whole team better. This offensive line is really good. They invested a lot in this offensive line, but when you have a back like Zeke running the ball, and, you know, a couple of weeks into the season, he was kind of getting his legs up under him. He didn't have a lot of reps in the preseason. He was hurt and didn't get a lot of reps in training camp. He ramped up a little bit, and now he is full throttle and playing at his best. So he is the absolute key for this team to keep running.
Keep feeding the young fella.
Keep feeding him. He should be about 400 pounds. They should keep feeding him.
All right, someone better than Zeke or Dak on the Cowboys? Yeah, I really do. Scott Linehan, the play calling's been on another level. And you know what? After the break, they get another toy back in Dez Bryant. But what does it say about Dez that the offense has been so good without him, with a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back? What does that say about Dez, if anything?
I don't think it says anything about him. It's the other guys are stepping up. Terrence Williams didn't step up last year when Dez was out. Bryce Butler didn't step up. These guys are playing well now. Cole Beasley, Jason Witten. He's using everyone in this offense to be successful. Dak is. And now when you get a weapon like Dez back, where the defense has to concentrate on, then that's going to make those guys even better, I think, because the defense now has to concentrate on Dez, and it's going to leave these other guys open.
Do you agree that Scott Linehan is just having an unbelievable play calling season thus far?
Yes, he is catering this offense to Dak's strengths, and that's good coaching. Why present things or have plays where he's not very successful, very comfortable with, just so you can run the offense? Do things that he's good at. That's why they're winning football games right now.
Why do you think they weren't doing those types of things last year with all those guys? Were the quarterbacks just that bad? Or were they stubborn?
I think they were a little bit stubborn and just said, hey, we can run this offense. This offense is good. You just have this guy come in and play. And it doesn't work like that. And those guys they didn't play very well. And I think the other guys, you didn't have a Zeke in the backfield. Derek McFadden was okay last year, but you didn't have that home run threat like Zeke to go back there and have the defense concentrate on them. So the quarterbacking was bad last year. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good.
All right, the offense absolutely rolling right now. The defense actually taking the ball away a time or two. Do you dare think this is the year that the Cowboys win the whole thing?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to go there yet. This defense still has to get some pass rush. They had Aaron Rodgers sitting back there a long time this past week, and he just wasn't good, Aaron Rodgers, and that could have hurt him a little bit. So you improve the pass rush. The secondary, I think, has been playing really well. And if they can continue to turn the ball over and get a little pass rush, then this team is going to be really good.
Did you agree to come in because you get to see Clarice?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
I'm on my way now. As soon as I leave here, I'll go give Clarice a big old hug.
All right, catch him weekdays 10 to noon and on the Cowboys postgame show over on 1310 The Ticket. The great Donovan. Thank you very much, sir. I'm Chase Williams, Fox 4 Sports.